Well, it's alright that because we anything you do. Oh, baby, that's alright. Oh, baby, that's alright.
It's unnerving when crypto is swerving. Your portfolio is veering down a deep black hole. But if you watch Road Dog and you listen closely, he will help you gain control. Well, if you think this channel is groovy and you'd like to show your support, well, there are a few things that you can do. Find that like button, give it just a playful little smack, and subscribe and join the channel. And let's hit the like button now. Let's hit the like button now. It's just down and to your left. Anytime with your right. Look over to the side. Where you can join and subscribe. It's Crypto IRA. They're really drive you out. Let's hit the like button now. Let's hit the like button now.
Hey, crypto, na-na, digital gold in my hands, na-na-na. Crypto, na-na, hey, blockchain's the vibe, understand, na-na-na, na-na-na-na. I met a miner down in Silicon Bay. He says Satoshi's go still leads the way. I tossed my dollars, jumped into the trade. Now every hash is how I get paid. The charts were red, but I held tight. Dreaming of Lambos in the moonlit night. From zero to hero, while it's my throne. Decentralized life, I'm never all alone. Crypto, ooh, na-na. Half my funds are locked in blockchain, na-na. I took a chance on Bitcoin, now I'm stacked, na-na. Can't stop this wallet, no, ooh, na-na. Crypto, ooh, na-na. Traded fiat for some ether, na-na. Holding tight through dips, I'm never flat, na-na. This ledger's mine, oh yes, ooh, na-na. NFTs flashing, I'm buying the art. Gas fees are stealing a piece of my heart. NFTs flashing, I'm buying the art. Gas fees are stealing a piece of my heart. Crypto, oh na-na. Half my funds are locked in blockchain, na-na. I took a chance on Bitcoin, now I'm stacked, na-na. Can't stop this wallet, no, oh na-na. Crypto, oh na-na. Traded fiat for some ether, na-na. Holding tight through dips, I'm never flat, na-na. This ledger's mine, oh yes, oh na-na. NFTs flashing, I'm buying the art. Gas fees are stealing a piece of my heart. Stacking sets, I'm on the chase. Blockchains revving up my pace. Candle spike, I feel the thrill. Bitcoin's got my heart to spill. Oh, oh, moon's in reach. Oh, oh, feel the beat. Oh, oh, bulls break free. Pump it hot, it's me. Pump it, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Pump it, hit the moon. Pump it, oh, oh. Pump it, zoom, zoom, zoom. Pump it, Bitcoin. Pump it, ride the groove. Pump it, oh, oh. Pump it, zoom, zoom, zoom. Moonrise, I'm lifting you. Hands bold, my fire's true. You, BTC, it's my spark. Pump like the dark. Woo! Pump it, the Bitcoin. Pump it, hit the moon. Pump it, oh,
That takes talent right there.
Pump it, the Bitcoin. Pump it, fast and free. Pump it, oh. Pump it, Bit2re.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the night show. We must begin the show with our natural nightly ritual of ringing of the cowbell. Prepare yourself now for the ringing of the cowbell. Cowbell ringer, are you ready?
I am ready.
Do you solemnly swear to play with your dingling with all your might and all your soul?
I do solemnly swear to play with my dingling with all my might and all my soul.
You may begin with the ceremony now. Proceed to dingling.
Woohoo! Dingling!
Dingling. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the only turkey giving crypto opinion on the late night YouTuber.
They say, oh my God, your wallet's on fire. Stacking sats, I'm pumping higher. Ooh, yeah. Grab my trades, my dear, chase the moon so bright. Crypto's got me rocking, dancing through the night. Ooh, you hooked me deep when I bought that pump. Oh yeah, I'm spinning wild till the bull run jumps. Ooh, pump for me, pump for me, pump for me. Oh, 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 stack those gains, stack those gains.
Why is everybody looking at me? Oh, my bad. Y'all still looking at me.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the late night crypto stream with the Road Dog. Got a little bit of a late start, my bad about that. My apologies. We got Sean right on it, so we're in good hands. Here I am on Bitcoin on the 6-minute chart. Looks a lot like it did yesterday. We're just kind of hanging through here, hang down here, hang down here, go up here, come down here. Kind of like we're in a big ass channel that I would say it's respecting the little channel idea.
He didn't come up and make a top.
It kind of opens the door for if we want to go back up to the top of the range. Now our target is in range over there at $105,500-ish. Now, these channels, rising channels, are technically bearish. What we're doing is just basically accumulating. It does not yet, I don't think it personally looks like distribution just yet, but hey, we got to keep our eyes on this. This is the small ass time frame, so when we zoom out to what really matters, we're just like we're just right there. So we got that too. This would probably be a good area to bring out that little volume range tool over here. And it's got us still within a rangey. She said that the top of the range was 104. We got our Bukowski measure move right up there in that same area. I thought that was kind of interesting. And we've been staying, you know, been getting rejected from that area. It did come up as making subtle higher highs and subtle higher lows, and that's good. If you notice here, the price is going sideways. Duh, stupid. Price. Let me get rid of this. Wait, delete. Where are you? Just click it. That wasn't it. Click it again. There we go. Price is going sideways, but the moving averages, and I've got a bunch of them, but they come up and start wrapping around. You know, the 200 comes up here, and then some other bigger ones come on if you got them on there. And they just start wrapping around, and as you start walking up the time frames, you kind of see that same thing playing out. See, the 200 is already up here, and now this one's coming around. That's typically what I see out of this during this accumulation or whatever. Consolidation would be the better word for it. Consolidation of price under here. Underneath the 886 Fibonacci rejection level. Can we say that? It's a good area for it to get rejected if it ever wants to get up there. And that's one scenario that we're looking for. Some people think that we're ready to drop down, and we may be, or I've still got this little inkling. And so I'm going to come over here to the MBT. This is the micro Bitcoin futures. And let me get my squigglies off of here, because squigglies don't matter. Squigglies never hardly ever do anything that you squiggle. You think squigglies would be good at squiggling, but they don't. They ain't. They ain't. Here we are on the micro Bitcoin futures. I'm going to come over to the daily. That's the one that's been closed all weekend, but just opened up tonight, and I like to follow it. They've got a little bit more different information than we do here, and here we are. Did you not? Are they not trading tomorrow? Is tomorrow a dead? They're not open tonight. Okay. Well, isn't that special? Micro Bitcoin futures don't appear to be open right now. Is that true? They're not moving. This candle right here was no. That's right now. That's right now. That's right now. You're open, baby. They trick me on Sundays. I go to look and it looks like they're closed, but no, they running right now. They're running right now. All right, let's go back to the. That freaks me out, man. Stop freaking me out. And I got us on the Christmas tree candles there. I was looking for a gap, if there was going to be one. I don't see one. We got wicks through there. Anyway, this chart, I like to refer to this as the futures, and WD Gann talked about, trading commodities is always good to watch the futures chart if you want to, a little bit more insight. What did I just erase there? Oh, I think it's something. Well, anyway. So I got us in a channel there. Most important thing is this trend line here, and it gives us an idea of some resistance areas. And we are at one, even if we look at it as far as the channel. But as far as the moving averages, the other indicators I've got here, man, they look good. They look juicy. They look like we broke out of a falling wedge or a falling channel, or what I was looking for, megaphone. And we should be coming. If we were looking at any other time frame, we would be looking for us to come up and test this high at 110,000 and hopefully go above it, and then a higher low. I believe that we got a little bit so of a bearish turn down here that it makes it harder to believe that could happen. And I definitely am very surprised from what we were going through down here of the strong ass move that we got from that. It's amazing. It's amazing. Kind of makes you wish that you went a lot harder down here, doesn't it? And we were looking for it to come up and maybe come back and then go up. And she decided, hell no, I'm just going to keep on going. It's kind of giving us the same vibes that we had back over here, and even 4 years ago when she was really starting to move. There will be a time when it will just keep on going like this, though. It will just, like you expect that pullback and it never comes. And who knows, as late as we are in the cycle, it could be it. So I don't want to rule that out either, but I also don't want to give too high of moon vibes. All I can do is tell you that we are at areas of resistance, and when we're at strong areas of resistance, this is the time to be cautious generally overall. We could be doing our little 3 humps and a dump, our little 886 super high retracement right there, come back down in range, or even make a lower low. Technically, the indicators over here don't suggest that, though. But it also looks like we might have that little sliver possibility. We might go sideways, flag out. Oh, flag to the upside. It might end up going sideways underneath this. And then finally break up to some of these higher areas. 114, 100, I've got even 119 on this particular chart on CME. And then that would... There's 2 ways to look at this. I mean, the straight up price action, as we can see over here, is not sustainable. So if we do go full on bull, and we come up here, these are pivot points, and it would make sense that we would, do something sideways down or something. We'll have a reaction there. Might even be I don't think there will be not immediately a higher pivot point, but I'll be looking at those two, and we can have that scenario. That's a little bit more bullish than what I thought, but it could happen. All I know is wherever we get our next higher high. And this would do it. We should get but that should be a nice little correction that we would get from that too. Probably bring us back around to these areas, right around testing about 100,000 again, basically, maybe a little lower. We see our 618s down here at 96. So we might have something like that working out. Now, if that happens, altcoins should also rise with everything else. So I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what Bitcoin is going to do, and no one can. I can just tell you we're at resistance, so it's not good to be overly bullish at resistance. If we start pulling back, then we can start making plans to be more mega bullish, at least on Bitcoin here, right? Even some altcoins, I think some of them popped off a little bit. So this would be the area to correct, and that would be fine, and that would be doable. Or we continue up full on, baby. Ow! Somebody broke into the Cialis last night, and then we get a super correction. It's one of those two, people. I don't know which one it is, but I'm set up for both. I would like to do that. Well, I don't know at this point. At this point, I think I'd rather come up here and start shorting and then pick it up. We just have to play with what we got. We got to play with our dinglings as we get them. Bullish signs over here, but bullish crossings over the moving averages. So I could definitely see a situation where we come up. I'm starting to see the momentum starting to swing in here, and even our indicators here. Looking mighty juicy, looking mighty fine. And I'm just on the daily. Before I do anything else, let me come over here and let's take a look at a weekly chart. Let me just pull one up. Now, before I do that, we're still on the daily. So notice that we are at resistance. We talked about that idea, right? And my indicator here, I got VMC pulled up right now. Now, she has not given us a signal yet, but she is very toppy. She's very toppy. So I'm just from what I'm seeing right now, I wouldn't doubt that we have a little bit of a correction this week. But we don't know for sure. Money flow still looks really good though. But there's some other things that look a little toppy and like they could turn over. The only thing that doesn't look like it's ready to turn over is that money flow, and that's probably the most important thing to look at right here on this chart, in my personal opinion. Well, you get a Bitcoin in a big old trend line here, a 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, end up. We might be working on our little 3rd hump if we apply that rule. And this is a daily chart. Go up a little more than come down. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what we got. She's got some more gas in the tank is what I'm saying. Now we look at our, I haven't got our weekly yet, have I? I'm still on the daily, but this is back onto the regular Bitcoin chart, right? Not the CME one that we just looked at. The moving averages are different over here. And they're starting to shape up, and now they look strong. They look strong right now. So I can't bitch about it. If she wants to come up and knock out 110,000, we might get a pleasant surprise. We might get a pleasant surprise, but she is at rejection area right now. So if she breaks above 105 and 5,000 and holds it, I think we're headed there. I do. Let's take a look at the weekly. Maybe the weekly will have some insight for us here. Looking on the weekly for Bitcoin. Take the lines off. Okay, the moving averages here are still a little janky. Right? Okay, so we're above the 9 and the 21, so that's good. But the 20 with the 9 moving average is below the 21. Now it looks like it is trying to go up for a bullish cross. If it does, and I've been seeing this kind of same setup on some smaller time frames. This kind of same thing happened when I was trying to short a top. Happened to me. Oh gosh, which one? It almost got me. Was it IP? That one just kept going today. Luckily I schlonged it, so I had a winning trade in there too that offset it. But my gosh, I think I got busy doing something else and forgot about them and cut my eye off the ball. And one went really good. The other one went, oh my god, really really bad. But what it did is actually ended up crossing and we went up bigger. So this is the weekly time frame too. So I am not going to rule out the possibility that we might get up to, you know, a new all-time high. Is starting to look like she might want to do that. The signal will be when this 9 moving average crosses over that 2021, that red line, and that will probably take about another week for us to start seeing that. We'll have to keep our eyes on that, but that looks like that's what's going to happen here. I gotta say this also, this is the first week that we got the bullish cross out of the MACD. Oh baby. Now if there's anything else, This is our beloved drunken aunt who comes to the party a little late. She's a little late to the party, but she brings all the good booze and sometimes a little bonus. When we crossed over here, the MACD, that was bad. I'm going to go here. I'm going to draw this. It was right before the cross. When we crossed bullishly last time, I'll go right there and we'll make that one green. Let's see how it happened. Now, sometimes they can cross bullish, but price can still go down. So let's keep that in mind, members. It's also a lagging indicator too. But overall, on these bigger time frames, this is hella bullish. These are where the major moves are kind of solidified. So now we mark these guys here, and we're going to come back and see how. Oh, shoot. Let's even go back here. I think we know what happened over here. So let's see what happened over here, and then I'm going to mark this one right here because I believe that this one's ready to go full on ball. That's big. That's big to me. That is making me go full ball. So what happened when she crossed negatively last time? That was about a year ago, April of 2024, and that's when we were on our little slow ride down to $48,000 from around 70 to 48.50 right through there. It was not fun. It was the boring ass summer. Sucked. Bitcoin Nashville came over in July, and we had a little price spike up. Hoping that she would do a little bit more, right? Or was it June? It was, and then she dumped after the conference. It usually does. Now we do have another Bitcoin conference coming up here in a few weeks. I didn't know that name, the date of it. That would be an excellent time to short Bitcoin. I'm just saying. Mark my words. We usually pump into those conferences, and then we kind of dump right during them, or just right after. All right, so this was the green one. This was when the MACD crossed bullish last time. This is what we got. That run from 62 where it felt like it was never going to end, right there. And this was when she crossed negatively, when we said that was telling us when we should have paid more attention. Yeah, remember, the weekly MACD is your friend in crypto, okay, especially Bitcoin. The weekly MACD is your friend. She's a little late, but she's got the solid alpha. She tells you when to get in and when to get out, or when you need to be in, and when by the time that she gets crossed there, like, you need to be in. And when she crosses bearish, like, you need to get your ass out of this market. Don't believe me? You just waiting around. And every time that I say, nah, we all right, I can handle it. She proves me. She's always right. She always makes me regret not listening to her. So she's crossing bullish right now. That's what I got to say here on the weekly. We are officially bullish. At least I am here on this channel. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to make a little text box up here. I'm going to try to start doing this. Ooh, 511.
World burns slow when I chase the chain. Crypto sparks fly.
Bullish MACD cross.
I staked my soul on a moon.
Just to keep me in my right mindset if I start forgetting some things here. Because I'm not always looking there on the weekly. So Bitcoin is pretty much ready to rumble and starting to look like. There's a little bit of curbing going on here. And that's a nice sign of parabolic activity getting ready to happen. When we get our trend lines here, and then you notice that our next little bumpy there, it really didn't even touch the line. And let me make sure my line's all nice and angled. Oh, maybe I'm seeing things. I'm seeing things. My bad. She looked like she was curving up there a minute. Well, that will be what we will be looking for if we do. She actually went through that one a little bit. So if what I thought I saw was where she came back down and she didn't touch the trend line and just a little bit up, and that's where you start getting the first signs of parabolic activity. That would be an excellent strong sign to see. I don't have it on this particular time frame. Let me come down to the 4 hour here. So we still got a straight line, and we do have two nice little sections here on this trend line. I look for 3 little sections on a trend line. It doesn't happen every time. Sometimes you just get 2 because there's something going on down here. So maybe that's my 3 humps and a dump rule. And it's kind of like a shorthand for Elliott wave. So we're looking for one more wave up, and it could be anywhere through here. Elliott agrees. It could be 112,000. It could be 105.5, about right where I'm at, or here that we could roll over and come down for a correction. So Elliott sees us on this 4-hour chart, especially from the bottom here on our 5 wave count. Final wave count. We just don't know where the top is yet. That's what we're waiting on. Is it now or later? So that's enough for Bitcoin. Let me come over to the chat. Let's get started with the show before I blab too much about a bunch of other stuff. Altcoins are starting to look excited. Elliott, get off the screen here. Quickly looking over here, what I'm seeing for altcoins is we did get rejected at that little level here. Did we put that little? I drew a line because I was lazy. I just used the paintbrush tool. The wicks over here, inverted head and shoulders. We may be coming back for a retest here. If so, if that's what's happening, we just got a red candle right now. I mean, she could just make a flag to the upside. I could, or it could come down for a retest, which it has a higher chance to do. We might be seeing, are you taking profits on your altcoins that are popping off? There may be some shorts out there starting to pop off. If you haven't noticed, some of these meme coins have went straight the freak up today. So you need to be getting paid. Today's payday, people. Today's Sunday actually turned out to be payday. That's what we need to get. Hey man, where are you, payday? Today is payday. Paid, get paid, paid. Because her Bitcoin dominance, while she did get rejected there, she's starting to look a little green. Now, she pulled that stuff on us before way back here, and it wasn't fun when she started pulling the little green candles again. It's fun when she pulls the red candles. It's not so fun when she starts pulling the green candles, and that starts messing us up, man. That means people be chasing them high prices. If you're chasing the green candles, and then she keeps on going, you screwed up. So we and if you ask me, I've got a trend line there. I'm just going to continue it on over. And so far, that has been a little support for us right there. And that's it looks like a support resistance flippy one. So that's going to have a little strength. So we might be coming back up a little bit. Bitcoin dominance. That makes sense. Monday starting, Tuesday starting. We get all the big boys in like, oh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Screw altcoins. Bitcoin, that's the apex predator. There's nothing else bigger than Bitcoin. Why choose anything other than Bitcoin? Bitcoin or MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. Get your Bitcoin. So they'll be going Bitcoin crazy probably. That could be an argument for us to kind of rise up on total 3 before we roll back over. Hopefully, if we roll back over, then altcoins start picking up again, and that would reflect over here as a coming downsies, and then probably coming ups, and that would be good. So she should come down. We should start seeing a little bit of a drop off on altcoins probably this week. It's just what I'm anticipating. We'll keep an eye on it. Make sure. Looks like that's what's happening. We need to take advantage of it. Need to get paid. Remember, get paid? Paid, get paid. Oh, I like getting paid. Getting paid's fun. But some of these things have been going crazy, people. We said we was... Somebody hit the button. Let me come over to the chat like I said I was going to, and then I faked y'all out. I'm sorry, I faked you out. Let me get the right chat box over here. Come here, baby. Let me say hello to everybody hanging out with me tonight on the Sunday night. Beautiful God 7th day here. How's it going, everybody? Happy Church Day. We got Soul. How's it going, Soul? I see Duality C, Bullish on Parade, Tommy 2 Leaders. There's Strega, Brackets Adventures. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Need more cowbell? I can help you out there, buddy. I got a little cowboy bell for you right here. Just my turkey wings get in the way. I don't know why that is. We got Hulan. How's it going? Good to see you. Now I gotta scroll back up here and find out where I was before. Am I a boomer? I must be a boomer because I can't seem to operate this thing too well here. We got Haven. How's it going, Haven? I thought it was a purple pickle. That's what she said. Sicario. Oh my God, this dog. Uh-oh. I lost the message. Said I've been AWOL, but I'm good to go. Heck, glad to have you back, my friend. Anytime. I'm here for you. I'm on demand, apparently. Well, I mean, I'm not demand, but the streams, if you miss one, you can just watch it the next day or something. The time frames I use for technical analysis, if I cover your coin, it's probably good for you maybe up to a week or two, just depending on, how we looked at it. That's the cool thing. If we look at it on the daily, the 4 hour, and then even smaller time frames, that's what I try to do here on the show anyway. Give some TA that will last a little bit garnered a little bit more towards swing traders, but I ain't against doing a little, a little snipe here and there. Wherever the deals are, wherever the chart's got a good setup. Avi Medina, how's it going? And let's see if I can scroll down, make sure I haven't missed anything else here. We got Mellis Williams. How's it going, Mellis? Let me put my little marker out while I'm thinking about it there. 13th on the like. Remember, there's no KYC when smashing the like button. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
That little spook scares the bejesus out of me every time he comes out here. Trump's going to announce the trade war is over on a full moon. That is part of the news that's starting to look interesting. I think the market is responding to the claims about, they haven't released the details, but supposedly good news about China tariffs. And I think that's also to help our little market spike up tomorrow. So I'm kind of curious, since we're still over here on the indexes over here. This is a Standard & Poor's 500, like tech stocks and all that, your Teslas and whatever else is all thrown in all that bag, micro strategies and everything else, all your Silicon Valley stocks and all that kind of stuff. And Bitcoin usually trails along with it, or it has, so that's why we watch it. But now, to me, that right now, it looks like she's trying to get rejected, like a type of double top there. And like maybe it broke a trend line. No, maybe not. Maybe it's still okay. Okay. We'll have to watch that. If it hasn't broke the trend line, then maybe she can pop up there. I was looking for it to possibly come down tomorrow, so let's keep our eye on that right now. What's that? The trend line just gave me hope for it. I thought she had already broken it, and I thought I was already looking at something like this. I thought we were looking at that. It looks like this may actually catch here on the daily. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Tech stocks and the Bitcoin dominance and all of that. But the altcoins, my friends, are looking very exciting. A lot of them are popping up there. Are you getting paid? Are we getting paid? You guys getting paid? I want to see some 111s. Are you getting paid? Tell me if you're getting paid. You gotta go 111. Getting paid. So says Oklahoma has what? I can't get it up there. Has Sooner and Boomer. I'm a boomer. Apparently. Beanie Weenie with grilled cheese. Bitcoin conference says MG Motorsports May 27th, right after Memorial Day in the U.S. Joe says, this is why we love watching other traders. Love Road Dog. I don't look at the MACD cross, haven't in years, but I like what I'm seeing. Thank you, Road Dog. That MACD, man, I've learned to respect that one, because every time that I don't, it hands my ass to me. Every time that I don't. And I make a rule. What's got me is that I know this, and I've known this for a while. And what's got me is that I will see it cross, and I won't react. I'll say, yeah, because the like when it crossed bearish last year, because we still went through a little upswing, because that can happen, right? Yeah, I'm trying to make sure, but I thought I would have executed on it. I'm so disappointed in myself, because I guess you get to this stage too with trading, and well, I mean, this is part of the trading game too, right? Whether it's on a bigger time scale or what. You see the signal, but you don't execute on it. You see it, but you're thinking, and it's one of your strategies that you back tested. It's one of your little things, and you just you break your rules. And the MACD, and I made the rule, and then why didn't you do anything? Or why didn't you do enough? You didn't do enough. We're all still going through all these things, people. We're all still going through all these things. This is a consistent learning thing. That's what That's what I'd like to see kind of emphasize. Oh gosh, what's that? More here on YouTube, but it seems like you get some people want to come out and act like they figured every freaking thing out. No, I mean, you're always learning how to better that's what you should be doing, in my personal opinion. This is like your craft. It's how I approach it. This is like my new craft, and I'm trying to find ways to improve it and make it better and find a strategy that works. And I've found something that helps me with pivot points to find where the market is going to have a reaction, usually reverse. And I'm pretty good at finding those areas with my strategies. And nothing is 100% all the time, but it does good enough that I'm onto something, you know. I've got that little edge that worked for me. That's what I've found that works for me, is doing that. And there's all different kinds of strategies and ways to do them out here. But it's still constantly a learning thing, and you're always adding things. And if you watch the people that act like they know everything, you're seeing them slowly evolve too, and they're adding some things. And sometimes you're like, damn, man, if you've been doing this for 15 years, shouldn't you have already figured it out like 10 years ago? Because that's one of the first things I read on Wikipedia like 5 years ago. How'd you miss it? You know, there's... Be cautious. Be cautious, be humble. If you're not humble, this market will humble you. All right, let's take a look at some of these juicy altcoins now that we're 37 minutes into the show. 23 people hanging out here with me. Thank you very much. I get my little list out here. Let us go take a look at this one has been popping off. It almost got me wrecked, and I think it did. I did have to take a little bit of a hit on it. Where did you go? Pi Network. I didn't catch the pump, so I tried to short it. It's not always the best idea when we can get all bullish, now is it? And I didn't do it here at the computer. I tried to do it on my phone, right? When I do it on the computers and I pull my fibs, I have very good luck. If I'm sitting there on my phone and just trying, oh, that looks good, I'm going to eyeball it. I'll go by the Bollinger Bands or the moving averages or some other thing, whatever else I can see there. Or, you know, it doesn't work out as good. But the fibs, baby, the fibs are telling me we can go to 139.95. $1.39, just shy of 140 right there for Pi Network. And you're at 120 right now. Now, this is the 4-hour chart. She looks so juicy. Ichimoku Cloud looks like she's ready to rock and roll. Moving averages are still consolidated down here. Sometimes I would look and say that I would expect them to come back and maybe test some of these, and they might over time, but she might have enough gas in there, and she's already cleared this level here, our 236, so she's out of our little best base of buyers under $1. Too late for that. And I would like to see that area hold if we came back down. I'd like to see that hold, but I'm wondering, well, that's a lot of space in between here, man. So, this area down here. Anyway, how much further can she be going up? These guys should be getting tired. They should be getting tired. Keyword was should. Are you doing something? I am going to start with the initial line I would have been following, looking for the 3 humps and a dump. We got 2 humps, and then whatever this was. And now, some people would be quick, you know, maybe just go ahead and do this idea, and you can. It's just that, you know, if she's got another low that will change this angle, you know, a lower low, or maybe at the same, maybe she comes back to the same low again. It changes the angle on everything. And I'm a big proponent of the angle. And I could see something like that happening. Ooh, that bottoms up kind of interesting. And that kind of almost. But we just got to go with what we got. And right now, I do have those 2 touches there, right? To me, if that's our original trend line we did, this is at resistance. Either way that we want to look at it. when the hell are we going to short you, Pi? Well, we had that 139 area, so she's probably got enough to kind of get up there is what I'd be looking for. Let me zoom out here just a wee bit. Now I got too many lines on my chart here. And let me do one other. Let me pull it from over here. Okay, when we pull from here, her last high before it, well, we could say we could go here. I'd say do it. I would pull from here. And that's also giving us the 618 where that other one was. That just, two different fib pulls giving us the same target. Currently, we just got, okay, so according to that, we just got rejected at the 0.5. And could pull back to 102 or something. 140, yeah, it does seem to be on the radar for Pi. Anybody that's in Pi Network or whatever, that's a good price to get paid. Take a look at what else have we got? Whiff, remember that one? Hey, we talked about this one. Hey, Whiffy! We got a sweet sell spot that she was in. And now we're above it. Cause you suck, Road Dog. All right. She went on to our other target over here, our little green line. Right, yeah. At $1.04. Where did she top out at? Topped out at 107.5. So this was La Resistance. This was the nice juicy buy place if she ever got back down there, and she did not. Still would have been a nice juicy buy place. I'll still maintain that to be true. Let me clear off some of these lines, or should we just? I've still got this. Yeah, I don't want to erase all that, do I? Or do I? Do I care? Sometimes I just like to start all over. It's like she already played out through all my targets. I want to just start all over. Fresh eyes. Get rid of any biases that we have here. Nice rounded bottom there. Could we be doing the old butt crack? Oh man, that would suck. The old butt crack is where she comes up. It gets rounded like this, and then it comes down, and then you look like you have Bart Simpson's butt crack. And this is a nice one. Sometimes they go. I wouldn't expect that to happen right now, though. We're above the 800, 600, 300. They're trying to flip. They're starting to get there. That's a nice one. It's a nice one. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is gonna go. And support resistance flip area right here, 236. Boom! I like that target, 135. That was easy. Was that easy? It can be that easy if you got the patience to wait for it. That's the one I would be looking for. And front run it just a little bit, just in case. 137, I think, is the actual number I'm getting. Ish. We got that little idea there, and I'm going to take that idea a little further. Come right over here. Oh, you're not lining up as beautiful over here. We get rejected here at 382. That's a nice one. Let me put a little red line right there. Put me a few little ideas out there, and you said 618. I'd say screw that. Let's go for the 786. If you're going to go up there, buddy, let's put you alone. Let's give something worth shooting for. $1.81. Sounds crazy right now. Might take a few weeks to get there, but if you can get in this thing around 75 cents, she does another pullback or wherever. I'm on the 4-hour chart here for Whiff. She looks like she should pull back to this area at some point, just by the price structure we have here, support, resistance, and all that, trend lines and whatnot, breakouts. There's a lot of little arguments I can make for why she should pull back here for retest purposes. Inverted head and shoulder, pull back. You've heard me say that. It's about 64-65% chance. So a good buy place, just eyeballing without having to pull. We can fine tune it after we find what our high is, but. Around that 75-76 cent area, you could argue that maybe she'll come back a little bit lower, and maybe you could even see these areas about 62. Could happen. It could happen. Where we got rejected here, so that was a good area to definitely take some profit, about 103. She got up as high as 107. We already said that. I've got some other areas, but I'm going to stick with that 136. With a little bonus target of 181. Don't expect to hit that anytime soon. If you're not getting paid in these areas, you're like, well, she's going to keep going up. She might. Let's see. Let's see. Are you still going up? That's a good cross going on right here on the 4 hour. 21 crossing the 800. That's what we're talking about. Ooh, got some good signs. Got some good signs on the indicators here, man. Money flows nicely in the green. VWAP's coming up. This little guy that came down to the bottom is coming up, and we got the green dot. Look at that green dot on the 4 hour. That's good. How far are we into this? We got 43 minutes left on this. I could have shown you the 4 hour 24 schedule strategy, but I think we've already did it. Here we go, trend line. This is my strategy, one of my strategies, and I missed my opportunity. 91 cents would have been great at the bottom of that trend line to snag it. Got above the 9 moving average right through there would have been my trigger. Some people would be looking for a little flag there. On that one, I wouldn't have bitched about it, but you know, your measure move would be from here to there. Not the whole leg. I'm just saying. Still gets us going up, going up, going up. So that's nice. Whiffy. Let's look and see if we can hit this next little area right here. 126, 136, and 149. Those should be kind of relative to the pull that I did here, the little ratios that we got. Those 4 nice little targets, and I like to give multiple targets. It gives you multiple ideas for whatever you're doing. Maybe that's not enough for me to do crap. I don't like that. This one up here might give you a little wiggle room to work with. 26%, 35%, 47%, 50% on spot. No multiples attached to it. And of course, I'm going to show you the crazy idea that I like that seems so crazy until that one day. So we are at rejection areas right here. If you ask my personal opinion, we're in a megaphone pattern. We like to play them ups and downs, and that would give us another reason to come back down here to the 65, 75 cent area. I'm just saying, if we break above this and hold it, which I rarely see, but it can happen on bottoms, but that's just kind of early. I don't think it's going to happen here. What this trend line does is tell me that we are at resistance, man, and we could just come back down and try to go for it again. It happens a lot with this. Sounds crazy until that one day you say, oh man, it did that. So we got some bearish signs over here on the 1 hour. Hell no, she wants to. Are you wanting to break out? If she does, that's technically bullish as crap. This is a bearish pattern. It's supposed to break to the downside. If they break to the upside, it could be parabolic. Wow. Makes me wonder if we wake up to 150 in the morning as a possibility for that. So let's. You're bullish and bearish at the same time. No, I'm telling you, if she's closing candles above here and we clear this area, like even on this 1 hour time frame, if we can actually close a candle here, that means we've cleared this area, and then I'm going to be bullish because that's not what it's supposed to do. So I'm like, let's ride this train, baby. Let's see how far it'll pump, because it could pump to 150 or more. What it should be doing is getting this little ass rejected, but it ain't doing it. It ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm going to get bullish on you. I'm going to add some to my trade here if you keep going up there, mister. Oh man, you're getting so tempting. You're tempting me on the 15-minute. You're already closing candles on the 15 minutes. Up above there. You're kind of hot though. Look at, she's hot. She's hot. She's hot. Don't do it. Don't do it, road dog. Give her some time. All right, so WIF is obviously doing pretty gosh darn good. Another one that's doing really good is we talked about it too, and I even kind of wonder, is this ever going to make a comeback? It's a dead squirrel. People forgot about it. It did. It sure did. Oh my God, did it ever? I was like, when was it? Oh, it's probably somewhere down through here. Definitely after Liberation Day. Because I remember looking at her I think, and she made lower. That's what it was. It hadn't been over through here after Liberation Day. She was down here and making lower lows than she ever did. And I was like, I mean, is there a possibility for this thing to ever make a comeback? And I seriously have my doubts about it. But here you go. Here's Peanut. She went up to our target. Look, we nailed it on Peanut. We nailed the peanuts. Peanut. Peanuts, what we said. We nailed the peanut. I like this as rejection, so I'm wondering, are you going to get rejected, or are you going to bust above here? All I know is we count this as a nail it, baby. This is our 236 Fibonacci area that we pulled out here. It's like, that's the target I'd wait for. I know it sounds crazy right now to think that we're going to be there, but here we are. Nailed it. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, while we do our little vanity run. 25 people, thank you for hanging out. This will take just a moment. It won't hurt a bit. I just got to clear this off. And here we got to pull out a few graphic elements here. We got to get a turkey. We got to get the nailed it. And we got to draw an arrow. We got to draw an arrow. And we got to make this humongously big. Whoa!
Sammy's got his charts held high, eyes fixed on the crypto sky.
I don't know what that was. You're in the way of my turkey.
Patterns drawn with hands so bold, dreaming about that mighty gold.
And there we go. Hey, we got to take a picture of this, put it on the vanity wall, and then we're all done. That's all it took. Peanut, next target is after 46. If she does her consolidation and everything, she may be coming back down. Wait, look, it's a small time frames here. She needs to come back down. She's still bearish on a lot of these things. I can see it coming back down to retest these areas. But there is also that higher 68, 67 cent target. She comes back down and bounces and gets past this area. I don't know that she's going straight up there, but right now at this market, we're at that. You don't want to be too bearish right now. You don't want to be too confident that your sell targets are not going to just see them going through right now. We might be at that stage of the market, so let's be cautious. So back up target 67 cents there, just in case she wants to go full on bull. Oh, Rod, we got to come over here and. We got to paste you over here into the vanity wall. 24 people hanging out. Thank you so much. We're almost done here. I promise it won't hurt a bit. Just the tip. Peanut. Nailed it. Oh man, I should have done that percentage. What was the percentage? It looked crazy because it was 158% from these bottomy areas that we were at. That's why it looked so crazy to have that big ass measure move. There was another one we had down here. But that's the 236 strategy here at the Road Dog Crypto Show. The book will be out by the book will be coming out soon. All right. How about so Peanut? What about now? What about now? Put you back, man. That's awful big. That's giant. Oh, she's got some bearish divergence here on the smaller time frame of the 1 hour. So she's at a 236 resistance area. Look at that beautiful cup and handle to the upside. It's an ascending cup and handle. You can try it if you want, man. When I draw my lines, I kind of see something like this shape. So I wouldn't expect much from that if this is the shape, because that's a rising wedge and 60% chance they break to the downside. She's not even she could, and it'll probably look like a cup and handle to somebody. What you got here though, for real, before we start calling everything cup and handles, the best ones, let me just say this, I can give you my opinion. The best ones are about level. Now, they're not perfectly, they don't have to be perfect. And then the handle comes back no more than 2/3 of the way. Pretty much about your 618 pull if you use a Fibonacci. Is this that song? I gotta take you. All right, so now there's a little thing for people that wanted to make up, that think that they can reinvent the market and rewrite the market and rewrite everything and all. I'm going to make my own cup and handle, rewrite, change the rules. What you got is a higher high and a higher low. That's what you got. It does not have a kind of a shape. It is a little roundy. The question that you have to ask yourself is, how do you tell the difference between a cup and handle and a double top? And the only way that you can really do that is look for the invalidation points. Now, does your the gurus that talk most about cup and handles ever talk about invalidation points? What makes them invalid? What makes them valid? What makes them invalid? Well, technically, did you know with the cup and handle, the buy-in is actually after it breaks out above the top? If that's what it is, that's what you'd wait for. That's the traditional way. The degen way was buying the flag. And I guess the true degen way is anybody trying to front run this idea and buy the bottom of the flags. When they're going up like that, they're not as maybe it could, but it may not be. A proper way to look at this, I think, would be come to your candle bodies, just go straight across, and you see that your higher high, higher low thing, it made a higher low over on this one. That's pretty good. How about that? But I think sometimes people can only see cup and handles and flags to the upside, and maybe that's it. They lost their ability to zoom out and see things. Man, why don't we zoom out and see things? The thing that I would want to bring up to your attention is that we are at a point of resistance. This is a magical fib area. It's a great place for us to get rejected at. And when we come in and look at our bigger indicators, now they are kind of tired. There's some good things going on. Doesn't mean that we might not take a little bit of a pullback, though. Let's see what we got over here. This is where indicators, I think, kind of come in a little handy. They act like maybe we could squeeze up just a little bit more. So maybe we'd come back up and retest these areas. 46 cents, a few pennies or something like that. Maybe. Keep your eyes on it. I may have to take that back with money flow coming into the green. That could change things. That kind of makes things a lot different. Well, Peanut, look at you. So what the hell are you telling us, Road Dog? Let me throw this guy out there. Let's just see if she can hit 52. I don't know. I want to put this one as a wild card. I'm going to make her purple. Peanut's an excellent one if you've been in to be taking profits. That's the best way that I can describe a lot of the coins we're probably going to look at tonight. Take a look at Caspa. Caspa is looking kind of neat. Not a meme coin. You actually broke out of my little resistance box. You are headed toward this guy, I believe. That should be a 0.5. I've got a measure move at 16.9 cents for a bigger picture thing. Remember, we're a falling wedge, and we zoom back and remember where we are. That's what I don't understand about some of the pattern traders that I see. You wait all this time. I see them do this. Look for if there's a big move to be had or something like that. And you got your targets, right? Measure moves up here. If that's our play, I mean, if I was taking this on it was a 4-hour time frame. If I was to play this guy, got in at 7.5 cents or something. This is what gets me. Let me get some of these things off so we can see what we're looking at. If we're doing that, it's like they forget where they came from, and what I see some of them do, and these are the people out there charging money to teach what they teach, which is kind of wild. If that's what it is, why do we need to chase flags on here? That's what I don't get. Why do we need to keep coming down and then playing all the little things? Why does that matter? If this was the plan, this was the trade, I don't need to give a damn about what happens in the middle if that's what I'm looking for my trade. It doesn't help me any bit unless I've got some other little separate trades going on or something like that. But that's not what happens. They're just looking for the targets, and anywhere I don't know. It seems like anywhere where they can draw a flag is what I see happening. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying some of the things I see that don't make as much sense to me. And may have been things that I used to do myself that I decided, yeah, that doesn't work too good. Let's do something different. And maybe they haven't reached that point yet. But anybody that you're learning from, you're also learning all their little flaws and bad habits too. So keep that in mind. That goes same thing here. My little degen ways and my little flaws and things like that. You know, you might pick up on some of those things too, especially if I don't explain it right, or if I were to cut corners and just say, you know, something crazy, and just do this, just put it here. Take the measure move, and yeah, we could be, you know, I mean, what? That breaks all the rules of pattern trading. There's no pattern there. There's no two touches on one side, three on the other. There's no pattern, and it's, you know, why do I need to force that idea? Why don't we just follow trend lines? Remember, trend lines are what make patterns. If there is a trend line, then this is what I got. What the hell do I give a crap about this little idea here? There's a lot of things that price can do other than a flag. I guess maybe there's a premise there, but I don't see that brought out and taught or explained as to, you know, why does that thinking matter? Why does that thinking matter? What are you? Are you because you're testing support or some other? Nope, just a flag to the upside. And to me, that's almost like gambling in a way. I think once you study pattern trading, you realize it's more than just trading shapes. I mean, the shapes are there to help you realize what price action is doing, whether it's squeezing or, you know, that's what it's to do. And the trend lines help you realize, you know, when something's changing, when something's starting to break out, and when they get above certain levels. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's like have you ever read a book and then somebody else read the same book and you guys get totally different things from it? I feel like that sometimes. Let me come over to the chat. Let's see what you guys have put out here for some coins to look at. MacDaddy D, amen. Oh, here we go. I need a good meme to degen in. I know, I'm kind of trying to keep my eye open for them. Most of them have popped off, though. It was back when we did that 21 meme coin video that would have been... That was even a little, you know, they'd already started moving back then when I did that. That was about 2 weeks ago. And any of them would have made you a lot of money. And that's crazy. And it felt weird making that video, but it was true. That's where the money goes to first, right? Seems to be a fact of crypto. Don't fade the memes. They're not worth crap other than community value and a nice lottery ticket, I guess. Don't want to miss out on them, though. But that's kind of crazy. So instead of me... It makes me feel weird. Instead of me looking at the quality projects, layer ones and things, projects that might actually be doing something, the ones that might actually be working with the new structure that's going to be coming about with how they're going to tokenize everything, the real world asset projects that might be moving forward that the big money would be interested in, and not all the fake projects out here. They're saying that they're real world asset projects just so that they can rug pull on you. Because there's a lot of that crap going on there, or get exploited because they're just crappily put together, copied, or whatever. That happens too much in this space, you know. But some good authentic projects. But you know, I guess everybody thinks maybe they feel the same way. It's just too big of a headache, and there's too many junk things out there. At least with a meme, you know what you're getting. You know, and maybe it's that simple. Good brown gravy. Hey, I put that on the trading group last night. I don't know. I missed that last night. I didn't get to do that one last night. So I put it over in the trade setups last night. Yeah, what I saw last night. Let's see if it's changed any. What did I have last night? This is what it looked like last night when I was charting it. So 11:33, I had 12.2, and there's a measured move. if we were taking this flag thing, I believe 13.4. I've got to play on that. Let's take a look. Nero Ethomex. Oh, we're still in the level. We didn't go up any more than that. We're still there. We still hanging out. We still hanging out in these areas then, huh? That's a 7. Let's take a look. I hear this is a fresh chart. Let's just do it this way. This is it on MEXC. Swing high to swing low. Yeah. On this chart, I'm getting different numbers, and you'll see that. And is it me or is it? No, I've got you. So this is MEXC. If you guys want a certain exchange, just mention it when you ask. And seriously, it is telling us. Let's try it there, and then let's try it here. We'll take our pull from here. This is the last top before we came, finally came down to this bottom. This one kind of went down and then came up. So this is its own little body, so to speak. So we're going to take advantage of it too. I think it's going to be a little bit more relevant, I think. So that was the point. Okay. Our little sweet zone for this one is 13.2. So I'm seeing that being a good little target. The other target that I had, I believe I was doing. We'll do the shortcut way. Oh, we are at that one right now. We hit that one already. That was a good place to get paid there. Our 1-to-1 move. AB equals CD. Yeah, so a great place to get paid a little bit if you've been in it, because how I look at it, and I like trend lines when they break out. I like it. I like trend lines when they're at the bottom. I like it. I like the buys in these areas around bottoms, and maybe add or buy. Just depends. Sometimes you walk into a chart and it's already done some stuff. Like I walked in on this one, it's already up here. There's nothing I can do, right? Sometimes you walk into one as they're in different stages, and so that's what I like to kind of mention, these different things. I never know where I'm going to find one, where price is going to be. I may find it late, may not have seen it, and I want to know how I need to play it. So if I can, I love to buy it around bottoms. If I have to, I'll buy a breakout. If I need to, I'll look for some kind of retest, and that's why I mention retest areas all the time, the different ones you can look for. Look for fibs, so I've got several different little techniques and methods for how I can get in on anything that's working its way up. What were you trying to say? This one, AB equals CD, she should be getting a pretty good retracement. And I'm going to pull from bottom to top. Let's look for it to come back down to 10 cents. Check that out first. There's also this area at 8.5 cents. Now, that one looks starting to look a little likely. So what I would man, that's too huge. 40 is too big. How about 32? We'll go with 32. That's the wrong color. All right, we got our two levels. Let me color code them so I know. right, let's explain what I see here. So we did an ABC move, and we also got the same area over here, which is a should be a 786 retracement. That color is. Anyway, I got confluence right here at 11 cents, and that was the same thing that we had from what I posted last night on Telegram, that 11.3 area. And I'm still getting a lot of the same information. Another possible area, maybe 13 if we keep going up, but we should. It should be coming back. And we got this trend line down here, the 3 touch areas here. Deviating a little bit there, that's cool. But wherever this trend line is, when price touches this trend line, so between 8.5 and 10 cents, and a little bit more emphasis on those particular areas. They sometimes wick down to get to these fib areas sometimes. So that might be cool. There might be a short going on. There might be a short idea. You'd have to have some conviction, about 28% there. Let's take a look at that. 4 hour has got the old red dot here. Money flow looks good, but other things are looking higher. Let's see, will it hold? Things are looking good. There's bearish divergence there on the 4 hours, so there might be a little short idea. I believe I'm going to take me. I think I tried to, though. Let's come down to a smaller ass time frame and see what we got. It's consolidating right now. Have you lost anything? Well, you might. We can make an argument that you lost a trend line there on the 3 minute. I'm not sold on it on the 3 minute. Looks like she can still come back. I think she's rolling over, but I would probably expect her to come back for a bearish retest. So what is that, about 11? I've been doing some of these on where you at? There you are. Let's go find Nero ETH, please. Moonding! Moonding's starting to get a little bit, I want to take my stop loss up here a wee bit higher. I don't know that I want to keep these, don't know that I want to keep both of those orders now. What happened to my Vine trade? Oh, there's a short. I had a good Vine trade going on. It got up to 300% on 3 or 4x leverage. I forgot. It turned out really good. Finally took off. Some of these things started popping off. I'm starting to like to do the altcoins on this little degen account because doing Bitcoin just takes too damn long to make money on this small, tiny account. All right, so I was going to look at Nero ETH. Let me put a star by you. Oh snap! What you do? Well, I got a long here. That's. Did you break? No matter how I look at you, you've broken trend line here. I gotta make sure she's not faking me out right now.
Crypto glow, let's go. Wake up charts flashing.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my stop loss really freaking tight up here. I've got a long for her right now too. I was looking for a short. Ideally, I'd like to get the short up here somewhere, right? So let's try a little technique here. There's a little front running thing. I'd really. You broke the level. I could go in now, but I feel like I'm shorting the bottom, and I hate that. I'm just going to do a little tiny nibble. I mean, tiny ass nibble. I want to put me. And a lot of these I'm not doing very much, especially if I'm not very convicted of them. Sometimes some of them are, I'll go a little harder, but I'm not doing very much. It's a tiny account that I got over here. I'm just trying to build it to something bigger to prove one thing can be done. And it's hard to do, it is, but some people come into this with just a few $100s, and you can do it. It just takes patience. It takes a lot more patience. It's a little bit easier if you got a little bit more, around 1,000, something like that. The more you have, the easier it can get. All right, I'm gonna come back to that. Let's see what we got going on over here. Moondig. That's one we were just looking at. One that was doing pretty good. That was up. My XCN is down just a wee bit here. I'm going to have to take a look at that one. So I've given back some of. Oh man, Vine is down a lot. I had that one up a lot. She's dropped a lot. This one I've already taken out. I've only got $9 in here margin. It's a small trade, but I've already made that much. I've already cleared $9, so she's already doubled for me. And then I've got another. It was up to $19, and hopefully that one's been kind of fun for me. And so yeah, she was up there, and I took out some profits over there, and also got into a short over here too. This is what I've been doing lately with these meme coins, and I'll catch them when they go on their little crazy parabolic move. And some of them have been easy to catch, and then some of them, like what was it, Pi today? I tried to do it there, and she just kept on going. Even Moonding, I think I tried it on Moonding earlier, and she just kept on going. But I didn't have my fibs out. I was kind of eyeballing it over here, and this wasn't with fibs. This was from eyeballing it, and just it's a small ass trade, very small. But it's a good place to close that little sucker, since I've got what was it? That was Vine, right? Vine short. So yeah, I mean, when I'm saying small, I mean I didn't have the conviction. I didn't want to get. I just nibbled, and then it was a 64-cent trade, and it doubled up on me. So it doesn't sound like much. I know. It's like I said, I got a tiny account, and I've been kind of when I degen, I'm nibbling. I'm not trying to get too caught up degen. But she looked like she was going to try. I need to close you. Just close. All right, so enough with my tiny account over here. I am disappointed because I thought by now she would be up a little bit more. It's a give and take. It's give and take, I noticed. Let's get you going up there. Let's take a look at what is it? AIXBT. 22 cents. This is for real on the 3-minute chart. Woo, baby, look at you. You just went crazy. You went past my targets. Went nailed it here, and then it said screw you. Came back for support. Okay, that's cool. I looked at this one in a minute. So here's the thing, man. Now I just take a minute. There's a lot of charts that look like this. That one's also got a green dot printing right now in the 12-hour. When can we do that? Do you let me do that? It isn't available on this one. Okay, replay thing. But this is what it was looking like. It was curving down, and this is all you could see, right? And then I remember this, or at least it may not be this one. I remember this on a lot of things. A nice little double bottom forming there. And you're sitting there wondering, and you're looking back at where we were, 22 cents, and we're down here at 7. Like, man, that might take forever to get there. How many weeks? I'm on a big 12-hour time frame. How long would it take me to get up there? Because, man, that was back in February, dude. And then it didn't take very much long to get there. It didn't take that long to get up there, did it? Crazy. It took about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. A 3-week swing trade, rather than trying to just that's the idea. When you do get them at these bottom areas, remember me do something like this. I do it all the time. I get this little guy here, the 236, and this is the juicy buy zone. And we can even, you know, I even get it from right down here, and you get the even extra crispy juicy buy zone. See how that works? So that means that at some point, if you got the balls to go for it at the 236 or below, at some point you're going to look back and, yeah, baby, I bought it. I got the good prices on it. You're going to wish that you'd bought it at 8 cents, even at the 10 cents. When she's at 21, like, oh man, I could have got it down there. But this is when everybody was hating on it, doubting on it, and everything else. And we can sit down here and break out every little scenario that I go over, or a little idea, little technique that would apply for entries at all these places. There's so many opportunities to have gotten in, even if you were waiting for, you know, the higher level stuff, you know, even if you didn't want to jump in at 8 cents, you want to wait for it to clear 14. Some people do that. That's the difference between me and them is, you know, they'd be looking at 60% profit, whereas I'd be kind of trying down here looking for others and could be looking at 170%. That's all in risk tolerance, and you know, that's something you have to find out, tailor to yourself. I just got a lot of degen. So I'm looking for bottoms. I like to buy bottoms. That's just me. Not everybody does, and not everybody needs to. Don't need everybody buying them. That takes it away from me. You're not stealing my bottoms, are you? I'll chase them tails. I'm a tail taster. Look at that nice curve. Let me come over to the chat real quick. I started getting off topic here. Peak of Flounders, I am here enjoying the show. How you had a fantastic week. Oh, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's been a nice weekend. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. 7 minutes left in Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Where would we be without our mothers? We wouldn't be here. That's just pure and simple. Board PC guy says, when will pie holders start dumping? I want to short that. I know. I thought I could too. I think I got a little short in on it right now, but I don't know how it's working out. I might got stopped out. It's hard. Getting tired? Yeah, tired of Matic not doing anything, says Trey. Oh man, Matic. Let me take it. I want to write that one down. So I heard something. I think we got a $5. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Ave Medina, $5 super chat. Thank you. Uh-oh. Hit the wrong button. Clap your hands. Phantom's playing with the 236, 382 zones. Let's go take a look at Phantom. What is premium index? I don't think that's it. Oh, I guess we're still talking about Sonic, right? Or is that the same? So Sonic is FTM, as they rebranded. Well, you guys aren't up for anything, are you? Okay, so if I understand you right, she's just hanging around in between here. Well, that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. She's just in a channel, and I always hated to hear this explained this way, but it's true. They're in a channel until they're not. It's a bearish channel technically when you got those guys going up, and they should break to the downside. But when they don't break up, it's really good, and a lot of times at bottoms, that's what you see, right? So we got that idea. Let's go ahead and get these guys painted out here.
I chase 'em, moon, let our savings go. Dinners,
And I'm going to take the bigger pull because we don't want to forget about that guy. So actually, I would use this one as another target.
blockchain teas, sugar and sats don't cut
I would utilize this little trick. I like this little trick. It's pretty damn accurate. It works a lot. From your big pull too. Don't forget your big pulls. 236 there is it's a major.
shakes me day and
It means a lot on that bigger pull too, and even the smaller pulls.
sugar and sats.
All right, so we got some other Fibonacci ideas here. Let's take a look at.
Lost my match, yeah.
We did a double bottom idea here. That is cool. So in essence, whenever you see these, you're doing some type of W. It's like a larger W. So off the rip, we got this for our target because she's got to make a higher high. That's just, rules of the game, especially if you make a higher low, kind of like what Bitcoin's doing. That's why I'm looking at that 112,000 now. Can't believe I'm sitting there doing this. And a few weeks ago we were at 74,000. That just seemed like bullcrap that we could get here so quick. They're trying to fake us out again. They're going to take us down there. But that's the thing. We got a target right up there. So that's what 98 cents. So we don't want to rule out that idea either. That should be our goal now for this price action structure that we got. Kind of like it is really its goal. That's how I interpret it anyway. Price can't have goals, silly. It's crypto. And then you got this idea. Some people would see that, or a lot of people would see this. And I don't know. Some people might. There's all different ways that they would interpret that. I'd say a lot of people tried to see a falling wedge pattern that kind of broke out earlier. Falling wedges are favorite patterns out. It used to be my favorite pattern. And I would see them everywhere and play them, and they work. I don't seem to notice them as much now. I think I just kind of pay more attention to channels. Even if I tighten that up, that's cool. Trend line. I like patterns, but it's the trend lines that are really talking to me. And that was nice. That was nice. So a breakout from that, a little lackluster breakout. We're trying. Anyway, you could take a measure move. I'm just gonna do it. When you have a falling wedgie, there are various ways to take a measure move, but I'm just going to give you a little alpha. If you see a falling wedge, and you take your Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. If you don't want to do the measure move stuff and figure out the multiplier and all that by Thomas Buchanan, just go to the 618 shortcut step. It's that simple, for real. That can't be, Road Dog, no. Let's try her out. Let's go with the standard. That's going from candle bodies, just going from the trend lines. The basic move would be that, and then you got all the little wiggle rooms in between. Well, what if we go with the wick? What about the wick? And then you got the Bukowski method, which basically just takes you right where I did. But oh look, well, we'll go with that too. I ain't gonna do it. But I'm telling you, when you apply the multiplier and everything, it usually comes out to 618. Well, oh no, come back. And a lot of times you will see it actually come out really fine that way. It did not do it this time, so I'm not going to pretend that it did. Looks like she did. And then there's another general rule with your rising wedges, and that would count for falling wedges, is that they kind of return back to where they start. These are rules of thumbs, just to kind of help you along. Doesn't mean that they're going to work out that way every time. But I like rules of thumb. They give me an idea, something to watch for, and that's, anything that can keep me alert on something to watch for, then I'm all for it. So what do you say a measure move? That's an instrument. I'm not going to take it off the table. It's 90 cents back up there. Remember, we got to come back up to our little W too. So I'm all on board for that. So to me, my opinion is that she's making a nice bottoming, trying to make a nice bottoming pattern, and hopefully she'll be working her way up here. It might take a little while, but to me, it looks like it's doing the right things. We got the ribbon flipping over here. I'm on the 12-hour. The ribbon's starting to flip. Let's go to the daily. It should be flipping there too. Yeah. To me, it's looking good. MACD's a little tired, but she can get tired sometimes. She's still rising up. I think it looks good. Come down smaller time frame. She's struggling a little bit. Still made higher high and higher lows though. Well, let's go get those targets, baby. Let's go to 63 cents. Go get it.
Satoshi's tease, I'm free.
Clear Marshmallow says, Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Turkey. I will tell her. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms in the house. Yes, Happy Mother's Day. Oh, did I do that by accident? I put the wrong one up. Or did I do that by accident? Okay. Anyway, Crypto.com exchange. Get yours now. We'll both wait $25. I didn't even know I had that up. Cody Marshmallow says, Road Dog can get you where you need to be as top-notch TA and entertain to learn from. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. I never really thought of myself as being entertaining. that throws me off. Haven says I might stay up trading until Tuesday. Sonny Melon says, what did you say about Moonbag? I'm just catching up with the chat here. Retirement. What did I say about Moonbag? What I usually say about Moonbag, because that's something I believe in. That's where you throw $100 into your trade or whatever amount, and then when you get to the 2x, 3x area, you pull out your collateral, that $100 or whatever you put into that trade, and then you let this sucker ride. And this is perfectly done on spot. And you got your little Moonbag that you hold. A lot of people do that with altcoins, and they hold them to the end when altcoin season comes, and then just cash them all out. But you keep your collateral coming out and then roll it over into something else, or wait until something else, or maybe the same coin. You wait till the same coin comes down and you get you another little Moonbag, and then you can start building bigger Moonbags, and it's fun that way. And there's only one time in the market when you can do that. That's easiest is when everything's at a freaking bottom. Kind of like this is our third bottom for altcoins, basically, where we come back to the places that we've been rock bottom before. Most of them are close to it, and the lower we go, the easier it is to make those Moonbags, because you can get your multiples. Casper's only 11 cents. Anyone mining this? I'm mining some, but it's a laughable amount with the miners I've got. Karo says, "Man, you're nailing tonight in the TA, dog." Huh? Thank you. I don't know. I just show what I see on the charts, and then I forget what I say. It's what I do. I forget what I say, and then we go back, and then we say, "Oh, well, look, nailed it." I didn't know. I don't know until we actually get there and see it. And then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like, "Hey, why don't we talk about this going over here?" Yeah, sometimes I don't yet. I'm not ashamed of it though. You can't nail them all the time, and there's sometimes you got. I come to the show and maybe I'm not feeling in the right mindset, and that might throw me off. I've felt those ways before, or a bias get to me or something, and you can see it come out sometimes. I like to look for the reasons why my TA didn't happen. Take the time to do that, but I don't always do that. Sometimes I'm oh, let's throw that chart out, that was wrong. That seems to be the easier reaction. But I try to take a quick look and see, and just sometimes it's just like, yeah, that trend line broke. What can you expect? And it just went to hell from there. All right, I'm going to take a look. Dude, there was a request. Did I miss it? I missed it. Is that for real? Board PC guy says, I fully do risk my towel for this pump or slam tomorrow. It's either going to crap out or explode on the nips. I was pulling up. We've got... Why is it not coming up? Yeah, we've got... we got stuff coming up this week, right? So this is going to be an interesting week. We got inflation rate year over year, core rate inflation. All that stuff is coming up on the 13th. So that's coming up tomorrow. So yay, the market makers are going to have fun tomorrow. Probably whipsaw action. It just usually is on Fed days and stuff. PPI month over month, maybe not there, but retail sales maybe. Tomorrow, the inflation stuff and core inflation. They'll probably have I don't think they're planning on doing anything. Forecast is 3, previous is 1, actual. We don't have that information yet. But the market maker, I've just come to just expect market makers to do their little whipsaw stuff. So you'll probably see things do something like this, or whichever way that they do it, we just don't know. They just kind of clear the longs and the shorts, all the high leverage stuff. So you expect some volatility tomorrow as far as that stuff goes. There was that one. There was something. What was that coin? Haven had it. I can't find it here. Where PC guy says might be a good day to short pharma tomorrow with the White House announcements. You know, I think I missed that. Not me. I know they got some announcements going on. I'm eyeballing Nitro token on ETH. Are we looking against Ethereum? The 45 on ETH. Low market cap. Let's see. Nitro. I think we got the dollar. Yeah, we got it against the dollar. Okay, it's not against Ethereum, it's against the dollar. Wow, that's like fractions of a penny. Okay, I don't have very much, so kind of new, I guess. This is good. This is cool. I like what I'm seeing right there. And a breakout. It looks like, is that 786? 786. 886. It's an 886er. All right, let's put you on there. Yeah, okay, gotcha both ways. All right, we're looking for this guy. This is if you want the sweet money maker target, and we're going to go with this one. This is what, Nitro? Uniswap, huh? $1.8 million market cap. What are you? 420 billion. Oh, why so many billion though? People don't realize that's what makes these coins move like molasses, man. They get saturated and then they just don't move anymore. It takes forever. That's why Caspa runs like syrup, and it's only got 42 billion, not 10 times that. I mean, sure, if getting in them new, you would get the most run out of it, but so I guess all-time high was 17 days ago. We're down 100% from that. What? All-time high was $1,700? What kind of craziness is that? 17 days ago, this thing was... Is that for real? I don't even know how to read this. I don't see a huge market cap on that thing ever. Okay, I don't understand. Uniswap. Decentralized meme coin built on the power of community and artificial intelligence, and therefore memes and humor drive cultural buzz. So we got a meme coin. It's a meme coin. Unlike traditional meme coins, Nitro is not just another speculative asset. It is a community-driven token where every decision is shaped by the collective will of the holders. I thought a lot of them did that, don't they? Nitro gives power back to the people, allowing the community to directly influence its development and ensure that it remains a fun, dynamic system. I thought that's what most coins did, don't they? Okay, so very new, very small. It could and gets on the exchange listing. Looks like a turbo play. Fully decentralized. Zero taxes, renounced ownership, 420 billion. Why 420 billion? All tokens in circulation, fair launch. You know, that makes me kind of. That makes me want to FOMO. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, is there a way to do that here? Pardon me a minute. I think I got a little bit of Ethereum I can trade for a little bit. I'm just a little bit. She's a $1.1 million market cap. I'll gamble. This is a gamble. Let's see if I can do this without giving away anything important over here. Excuse me for a second. I gotta get her cards out. Gotta get her thing out here. Yeah. We're gonna take a look at Nitro here. She's hanging out around the 40. I don't know how many fractions of a penny that is, but I can get me a gazillion of these things for a few dollars right now, and maybe that few dollars will turn into more dollars. All right, I'm trying to connect to you. Are you going to let me? I might have to do this. Am I going to have to do this after the stream? I might have to do this after the stream, and I know I'll forget. That's what usually happens a lot. Connect. Yeah, Uniswap. No. Yes. Okay. Hey, I've got you, right? You suck. Okay, let's go to our little. Sorry, 16. Now I'm losing people because I'm trying to FOMO in on this. This is probably boring the hell out of people. Where are you? Tangem. Thank you. Thank you very much. We got some Ethereum over here that we can play with. I'm not seeing where did the Ethereum go. Oh my god, Maple went up. What the hell? I thought it was dead. It wasn't around $1. It went back to, it says 315 on my wallet. Okay. Well, apparently my Ethereum is no longer here. I'm gonna make a note. Nitro. I might FOMO into this if I can. Okay, remember, you're putting it right here, but where you can see it. Okay. I guess I don't need this anymore then, do I? All right, so I don't know. As small of a market cap has got 2 million. I might take me a little nibble a little bit later tonight. She's got room to grow. Imagine if it just gets to 10 million. You got a 10x right there. If it gets to 100 million, yeah, if it gets to 10 million, gosh, then that's small. If it gets to 20 million, 20x or 10x, since we're almost there. All right, so 10x to 20 million, 100 million and 5. Oh gosh, just stop it. Anyway, lots of X's. If it takes off, gets listed on exchange, I don't know. It may just dry up. But Ethereum fair launch, better than the pump.fund thing, in my personal opinion. So that's some of the reasons I might look at it. And it ain't got traction yet. And she's breaking out of here, headed up there, and it looks like it could go from here to there. Ooh, 90%. Higher high area would be 164%. Oh, that makes me want to FOMO so bad. Where's that? What's the contract? I think this was it, right? Yeah. Let me I'm putting it over into the trade setups because makes it easier for me to copy and paste later on. This is Nitro on ETH. Alright, so I put the contract, that way I can find it and plug it in real quick. I might actually get to pull this one off tonight. I'm also going to post this over there. I guess I should have... Well, duh. Can I still do it here? Nitro! And we'll post that. Oh man, it didn't do it. I get it's because you did that. Okay. Well, they're there. So I got. What the hell? What happened? I got 3. I swear, I'm a boomer. You're a boomer. So, okay, so I'll paste it over there, the trade setups. There we go. And with the targets that I'm looking for there. Uh-oh, how do we get out of here? There we go. That one looks interesting. I might have to go tickle that one myself. Board PC guy says, is Cardano about to card dump? Oh, I see what you did there. Looks like it's tickling the golden pocket right now, and money flow is funky. You know, I haven't looked at that one in a minute. And boy, I've got a mess over here. Oh, what is it? This is a daily? This is Binance. Okay, let's just clean that mess up. Clearly, she's in a flag to the upside. Look, it's a cup and handle to the upside. Ooh, nice one. See how juicy those fibs are? See how cool that is? Nailed that. It nailed it. Perfect. Oh, well, gosh darn it. I guess we should have put our... I need to get our next one on there. Let's see what you've done. You bounced off the 786. Okay, that. So I'm looking for 143 for the juicy sweet spot. And we're at a 382, what I'm seeing here. I think you had something different, but you probably pulled your fib from a different spot. You might have pulled it from here to here. I'm taking the whole move high to low from here into consideration because it's just the bulk of this little thing. And it's also giving me our next target point, the point buy, which is the same as our 0.236 from the bigger pull. So 91 cents coming up. 91.59 I think is actually what I'm getting. And I mean, there's 101, 115 look interesting, both of those, the 618 and 786 areas. The 143, if we're looking for a higher high, that's the one I got my eye on. That's the one I want to put my arrow at. A lot of times they'll get hit. Sometimes we come back and we have an arrow when it didn't, or you know, but that's where I see the most juicy play. From here to there would be 76%. From here to 91 cents is only 12%. So you can see the 236 at 91 cent area was support. There was support here too, and It's either we blast through it or we get rejected there. I'm hoping for a blast through, actually. Gosh darn it, you need to put this one on here too, because this one's been hit so many times. Don't want to leave out a good level because it looks like she likes to repeat this. That's a 786. We got a nice 8. It was a 786 retracement. And we also want to take a look at the 786 up here too. So 115. We got 3 targets, 91, 115, 143. And this is for Cardano. Does she have a breakout idea? This is the daily. Cooking candle bodies touching there, touching there. She's not really broke out on the daily just yet. She's getting ready to though. And it depends on how you like to look at it. I kind of like this idea, channel idea. So here's the thing, you'll see some of the people do all this and they're always taking that measure move there, and I think they were so close to figuring out something but didn't quite get it. This AB equals CD, if we put that at the 886, also takes us close to those areas there too. I want to put it down here at the bottom. I'm just going to try that one out, make a note over here. With that note there enough. Alright, so Cardano. What is that target? And I want to paint you a different color too, because you're... I like 144, that's what I'm looking for. We'll see what 157 or 158, 156, whatever that is, gets 154. Get it on there right. Okay, so this is Cardano, what I can see on the daily. Let me just bump down to the 4 hour, see what she's looking like here. Above the 800. So I can see 91. I don't know if I can see us going up too much further with the moving averages. She's going to have to, she's got some work to do. The bigger ones are still bearish. I mean, we're starting to flip, but they're going to kind of sandbag us down to this area or around this area, so. I wouldn't doubt if we could spike up here and do something like this again, then, you know, maybe come back to same areas, maybe around through here, maybe retest this trend line or something, some kind of idea like that. So far we still made lower lows, need to get that higher high all the way. That needs to go higher. I think she's trying, she's working on it. The ribbons just flipped over here on the 4 hour back in March, and now they're trying to do something, so it may take some time with Cardano. I think 91 cents is the most sane target to look for short term. What else you got going on here? Is that rejection? Don't be rejected, honey. Stop being rejected. She might get rejected here instead of breaking out. We're kind of hoping for a breakout. It looks like it could happen, may still happen. There's some bullish signs here on the small things. She need to happen. Look like she might be trying to make a rising wedge. If she does get rejected, then we come back to all the trend line. And I'm kind of projecting that to be around 70 or 71 cents. Probably test the top of these areas right here. Cardano. Let's take a picture of this and post it over in the trading room there. This is the 4 hour. ADA. This is what, 4 hour chart. Swing trade targets. Easiest way I can put this one out there. So if she does break out, it might be having those as some nice targets. All right, we've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours goes by so quick on this channel. I'm voguing in my pajamas. Couldn't be more bullish, says Haven. Don't like Cardano. It says beyond delusion. I don't know why. She's boring. She's got too many tokens. She's leaves like molasses. It's my reasons. All right. Sounds like a DJ's Anonymous commercial. Haven. Myro just spiked 14% in no time. We looked at that before she started getting off, and I'm glad we took a look at some of these meme coins. Woo, baby, baby, baby. Did we hit target? Are we hitting there yet? Oh man, I can't even see what's going on over here. What the hell? Well, that target got... No, that was after... Was that after the... I don't know what we're doing. I have to be after the fact. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm looking at here. I obviously posted this. I must have a okay, Miro trade setup. 40 is at 4.6 cents. Miro's at 3.9. Nice, 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 nice. Let's zoom out a little bit. I got to get this stuff off of here. I can't see that. Was that a trade setup? Yeah, there was. There was a big ass trade setup to 0.5. That's what we set out there, wasn't it? Oh, you should be kind of... There's Nero ETH. There's Sui. How does Sui do? I've got a target for 470 for Sui. I don't know how she's doing right now, but I think she's at $4 again. Here we go. Here's Miro. This was the trade setup I put out over here. So get in at 3.3 cents in that area. Stop loss was down here. Did stop loss ever get... Oh crap. Did we lose it? Did we lose Miro? Miro. Ah, crap. Okay, we'll find it. There it is. What did it stop? What time frame? Oh. Yeah. Well, my stop loss on this particular trade setup would have got hit and you would have got stopped out at 4%. Let's see, my theory was actually to keep this trend line. That's what this trade setup was to keep the trend line. It actually came down and stopped it out. She did end up working out, lost the trend line, but my trade setup would have failed if you used that stop loss. If you used your own stop loss and said, screw you, Road Dog, I'm going to put it below this one over here, like a lot of people probably would have done. Why didn't you go get that? Make the lower low. 7% would have got it. Let me put it back where I had it. So my stop loss did not. Can't take credit for nailing this one, but my target's still good at 5.1. Yay. Okay, let's get this stuff off. I like them tight stop losses. My idea, the original idea was to stay over the trend line, trying to explain what happened here. So we lost it. We're still good. We just kind of, our trend line matured now. So now we got touches from here to here to here. That's cool. But for anybody that was following, which I don't recommend to do, don't do that. Figure out your own stuff. Don't. I'm just giving you example ideas here. No, he said put it to the penny. Put it to the penny right there. Go for it. No, all this. The idea was good. The stop loss sucked. Okay, let's move on. Yay. Oh, it's 2 hours in. It's time to wrap it up. I got lost there. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'd like to kind of wrap up with Bitcoin. She's fallen again, isn't she? Let's go back to our tiny time frame, the 6 minute. and just consolidating up here. So all these moving averages come up, and she's trying to figure out what she's going to have for support, what kind of range she's going to be in, if she's going to hold this trend line, or we're going to come back down and touch to the bottom of here. And quite honestly, I mean, I know we got this in a rising channel, for real, right? But you do have a range, and you do have a kind of a zone for this range that's starting to come out, and that's what right now we're kind of identifying this area of the bottoms about 102. So we got that, and then our little toppy here, which I think can actually go to 105. So we're kind of, from what we can see right now, we're kind of in a little rangy range. Maybe breaking, well, it's hard to tell right now. It's getting close to my trend line, really is. I'm trying to stretch her out there as best as I can. Smaller time frame is not going to be as accurate. We might just go a few more. What is this, minutes? We might see something happen here within an hour. My take, it was either spike back up and go up just a wee bit, maybe at the top of this channel, or we actually break the trend line and start working our way down. But it looks like within the next hour or something, we might actually see her move, though. So she shouldn't stay here at 103 very, very much longer. So that'd be cool. To me, if I had to guess, just looking at the moving averages, are you looking bullish or bearish? So far, pretty decent. She may have to struggle with here for a while, but we should start heading up, I think. Let's hope so. Let's book it, Bitcoin. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back again tomorrow on a Monday. I don't know if I'll chime in during the daytime. Maybe, depends on what price action is going on. Could be anywhere from noon to 2 or 3 o'clock. I might chime on, look at some altcoins and probably meme coins, because that seems to be where everybody's focusing on right now, or that's where the money seems to be heading into the quickest, and the quickest moves are. Look at you, Casper, 12 cents. Good for you. Go up to 20 so I can sell your ass. WIF is coming up to 110. Nice. She was $4, remember? She was also 32 cents. Think about that. Did you get some whippy? Pingu, all these meme coins seem to be, they seem to be getting it, don't they? Toshi, we didn't even take a look at Toshi. What's Toshi doing? Still got some work to do, but doing it. Look at, is that a cup and handle? Moonding just keeps, I tried to short that little sucker. That was a bad idea. Peanut, go figure. AI16Z, I think we looked at that one, or I meant to. No, we looked at something different. Or did we? I can't remember. So I might be on looking at some meme coins, because, you know, there would be some good little in and out little plays there probably on perpetual futures, and trying to look for some swing trades, and maybe start looking at some more serious projects, you know, Link, BNB, Runes, Stack, Grass, Near, ICP. Those are the things I usually tend to look at. Tau, Injective, some of those, but right now everybody likes memes. Wash, rinse, repeat. Same thing happened last year. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let's go to the end screen. God bless you all. Happy Mother's Day again. I don't know if Joe's still here. Joe, are you going live tonight? Kelly Pants says this, I need Bitcoin to go down so I can short and compound my profits. Gobble, gobble to the moon. Have any time for Sonic? We did look at Sonic, FTM and Sonic. I did do that one earlier. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Thank you guys, man. Wait to see if Joe's still here, if he's going live tonight. I don't see anything mentioned here. Thank you, Ave, again for the Uh-oh, it doesn't work over here. It doesn't work over here, Sean. There we go. Oh my God, that turkey, that naked chicken is... It's too much. Joe says, no live, gotta edit videos. Maybe tomorrow. All right. Thanks again for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure we got all our fan funding stuff taken care of there. Awesome. Let's go make this money. As this market goes up. Crazy prices, 33% over the week. You can't bitch about it. Of course, I mean, we're down like 90, 100% or something like that. But hey, 25% up, that helps. Good night, everybody. Thank you. How many times are you going to say good night? You must make the dog wave. Good night, John boy.